Definitely a leak. So look at, first of all, I think we need a towel. It looks like it's coming from here. Where are we, Claire?
We're in the van.
On the drive. It doesn't always go to plan. Basically what happened is during our last little jaunt out where we went to Filey, when we got back to the van, we saw that the van floor was wet. It looks like we've got a leak because we could see something leaking from outside.
Yep.
Everything seems to stem from this. Now I thought it might be because
Now we've had nothing but problems with this area.
I don't know where it's leaking from. You see we've got all water, but I don't know where it's coming from. It's definitely a leak. So look at, first of all, I think we need a towel.
Okay.
Let me have a look. Let's have a look here.
A towel, just something like this.
Anything. You can just see what's going on. And we've sprung a leak somehow, which led to rather embarrassing scenes on Primrose Valley, because we were a little bit panicky. You got water inside. I had to, I don't know if you guys are the same, but you got to remove cushions, you got to remove seating, and I didn't have a toolkit with me, which is a schoolboy's error, so I couldn't really get into it all. But there were a leak coming from somewhere, and it was very difficult to find out where it was coming from. It's difficult to vlog and do this. I don't know if it looks worse than what it is. But it is wet. It's not wet there.
Wet outside of them though, isn't it?
It is wet outside of us. I don't know why. Hello? Something's leaking. Definitely. You can see it leaking down.
Oh dear. We need some help then, don't we, guys? So let's say, is it wet underneath where the carpet is?
No, I checked the carpet.
Okay, so the carpet's dry.
The carpet's fine, but let me have a look outside.
Alright.
Let's get a level on this.
Oh, so we're not losing water?
No. Could I have the keys? Put them down somewhere. Under there. So it looks like we've got some kind of leak coming from the water tank area, maybe some pipe or something. So I'm in two minds as to what to do. So I think maybe it looks like it's coming from here and then dripping down and out somehow. So, and this is all wet, and obviously I don't want it to keep being wet. We thought the best thing to do would be to get rid of the water in the motorhome. So trying to think quick on my feet, I thought, what's the best way to get rid of the water in the motorhome? I thought, oh yeah, that annoying valve, frost protection valve, I'll use that. So I did that, and then we were basically...
Which worked, it emptied the water out.
Oh yeah, it got rid of it. Only thing, I didn't really think in the panic that water had to go somewhere.
Yeah, I think maybe we do that.
So, let's do that then.
Yeah.
Let's get all that out.
At least that can't go inside the van then, can it?
Yeah.
We need some help, guys. What's happening?
Lots of water coming out. If you have a look here. Lots of water. It's not water. It's not normal. It's leaking outside of the van from inside.
Is it wet in there?
No. I've got to get this off, but we haven't got any screwdrivers, have we?
No. Unless you've got like a little kit in the garage that I've not seen.
No, we've got a knife.
We've got tent pegs.
Right, I'm not going to do this now, it'll take me forever. What I need to do is to get that panel off. See if we've got a pipe that's come off. There's something leaking from somewhere.
Right, we're empty.
But no,
Oh,
I've turned it off.
okay.
Have we got some kitchen roll or something like
Yeah.
that? It's just, it's teeth now.
I think water is always serious.
As soon as I wipe that, it's wet again. Where's that coming from? Where? I'll try and work out where it's coming from. You can see it coming down here.
Well, if there's no water in there, it can't get any worse, can it?
There's still water in there, that's the problem. Right, let's just dump it all out. The wires, and then what I need to do tomorrow is take this off. See where we are. Can you just see how much water's left? Oh, it's on its way out into.
Yeah, it's orange.
Otherwise, we're gonna have a wet motorhome. This is motorhome life. Happy holidays. You can see just how wet that is.
Wet rag. Oh gosh, I saw that, yeah.
Yep.
We've had nothing but problems in this area.
I don't know if when I filled up with water, I've spilt some. It seems to be coming out like it's a leak. Or I don't know if when I filled it with water, it's like knocked a pipe off or a seal or something.
Well, we had a problem under the seat next to you, didn't we, where the connector came off so the table wouldn't go down. It's in a similar area, so maybe a pipe has come off. Or a seal or something.
We need to bring a toolkit.
Yeah.
It's not. I know, I'm alright. Guys, just let me know there's a load of water coming out.
That's very good of him, that. Where did it go?
Well, it went from our pitch, it went across the road and it started going onto the people opposite us,
Lovely
onto
couple in the
their
caravan.
pitch. It was like a river across to his pitch. Now, luckily, they didn't have an awning up and it didn't go under his caravan. It went like just
Under
into
his
the
car.
gravel area under his car. It was fresh water, so it could have been worse.
You
Couldn't
what?
it? You what? Anyway, so we were looking at that, and then so we drained all the water. Now, when I found out that were going across there, we went to we started to think properly. So we turned the taps on, and it all went into the grey waste.
No, the Pacific Ocean.
Well, it's not leaking out now.
Outside, you mean?
Yeah. Hello. Pressure seems to be calming down a bit.
We're leaving a bit for the toilet.
No.
We're running out now.
We've drained it off. There's nothing really that we can do. One thing I do need to bring out is a toolkit. For some reason, I haven't got a toolkit in here. It's one of the big things that Claire says that I've got too many tools. But in this occasion, we have no tools. So,
We've got a steak knife.
so we've got a leak somewhere, and I've not noticed that before. Now, I don't know if I don't think we've had it, unless we've had it over winter. I think what I've got to do tomorrow, take this panel off, just make sure that everything's connected. It's made its way across to those guys. Now, luckily, they don't have an awning out, but and I hope.
Good job.
Listen,
Sorry,
if you're
guys.
watching this, we're really sorry. You came and told us. We knew we were trying to stop it at the time,
Thank you for helping us.
which is why this is like this. Anyway,
It's wet and wild outside.
wet and wild. This, unfortunately, it's not the dog ball that we found last year. But there's always something to work on, isn't there?
Yeah.
And then we spent the rest of our trip with no water.
Oh dear, so we couldn't get washed.
We couldn't get washed. Or anything. We couldn't even have a bacon sandwich. There's nowhere to wash stuff up.
Didn't have a cup of tea either, which is, I love a cup of tea in the morning.
I know.
And we came straight home. Basically, we got up very early and came home.
And came home.
And here we are.
So when we came home, what I did was I got my
Trusty tool out.
tool out, and you have to unscrew the top of it, of the seat, so that I could see where the water tank was. But the water tank, it fills the entire underneath the seat, and there's
big, isn't it?
it's massive. 100, I think it's 100 litres. 100 litres. But so what I did was then I put some water in and then set the water off, and there's a pump that sits on top of the water tank.
Check you out
I know.
knowing about these pumps.
But that started like bubbling out of the side of it. I don't think that's a good sign. I think,
Outside of the tank.
yeah, I think it might have blown a seal.
It's the hole in the tank.
Not in the tank, in the pump.
Right.
So I've had a quick look on eBay, and they're like £26. So I thought I'd found the leak, and that's where it were coming from. But then that dried up, and then I noticed that our grey carpets were changing colour just down half of it. It were getting a bit darker.
Was it getting wet in the carpet?
Yeah,
Whereabouts? Underneath
on the
here?
carpet.
Underneath there?
That's where the carpet
oh, no.
is. Yeah.
So it wasn't the holy pump then?
The Holy pump.
Yeah. Oh no, we've got wet carpet too.
Got a bit of a wet carpet.
Oh,
I didn't
no.
get to it though. I caught it.
Right, okay.
So that were coming out of there. So, but it would obviously, well, it's not obvious, but the water was leaking in a different direction to yesterday. But that's because we're on a different gradient.
Oh yeah.
So it's moving this way. So yesterday it were running down the side, but there is down by the boiler, which is down in this area, at this side. So water pumps this. Sorry, the water pump and the water tank is this side, and then the boiler is on this side. And outside of the van there's a drain there, and that were leaking yesterday.
wow.
That's what actually alerted me to it, just a constant drip. So
Oh no, so we've still got a constant drip in the van.
yeah, so it look so
what we're going to do?
Well-
I say we, I mean you.
yeah, well, I had a look at it, but it's a bit of a stripped down job, this, and I mean, as much as I'd like to get involved, I just don't have the time. Probably sort it out, no problem, but I thought it might be better off to ring somebody. So we rung our friends at Custom Sport. They supplied the carpets, and but they also have a workshop, and I thought, ooh, we'll give them a ring. So I got through. It took a while to get through actually, and he said, we can do it for you, but it's going to be mid-April before we get to you.
That's not good for our Europe plans.
I know, we've got things happening, so it's worst time of year for it to happen, isn't it? Because obviously everybody's getting the caravans and motorhome sorted out. So I thought, right, no bother. So we've found another repairer, and they're going to get it in. So I did say, like, we could really do with getting this in. Really friendly, and he asked some questions, and it is now going in for diagnosis on Monday, next Monday.
Oh dear, I wonder what we're going to do if they can't get the part.
Well, this is the problem. It's the diagnosis, and then they're going to see if they can get the part. Now, one of the problems with Benimar is that you have to go through Marquis. Everybody does. And you might think, well, just go to Marquis, but that service desk. Poof. So that's where we are. So, we've got trips booked, but we're
Got a
without
really good one
water.
next week.
Yeah, we've got some good stuff going on, but we're just going to have to use bottled water.
We're going to have to use wet wipes under our armpits.
I know. I don't know if it's frost damage or if something's come off. I'm hoping it's an easy fix.
Do you know what to do with it?
Yeah, give it to that guy that's going to fix it for us.
That's the problem with a motorhome. It gives you extra work.
It's the thing with if you own anything, like we said about static caravans, you have to go and cut your grass or have it fixed. If you had a holiday home, you'd have to do all that. Ownership comes at a cost. It's good because you can use it all the time, but you've also got to fix it. So we've had a few little issues, haven't we,
Yeah.
for the start of this year. We had the table that doesn't go up and down, but that got fixed, and now we've got a leak.
Leaks aren't great.
Leaks are scary. They can cause damage, can't they?
We don't want spongy floors.
No, we don't. So what I'm going to do now is put it back
Okay.
together a little bit. I'm just going to screw that down, I think, on there. If we turn the camera Yeah, so this is it.
Look at the mess you've made.
Well, I haven't made that, but you can see there. So that's the pump.
Maybe somebody watching this will know what to do and can help us.
Well, there's the pump, and around that bit, that's where it will bubble. You can see there's a seal there, but you can also see that that's a rusty screw. So, but it seems to be up here somewhere where we've got the leak, and then it's making its way down here. You can see a little bit there. It's not like the fastest of leaks, but it's a leak nevertheless.
A leak's a leak.
So that's where we are. This is just a bit of an update. Let me know, have you had any leaks in your motorhome? Let us know what happened with it. Were it expensive to get sorted out? I'm hoping not. Aren't you?
I'm hoping not, yeah.
We don't want any expenses. Anyway, whatever happens, we will be back out next week.
Yeah.
And even if we've got to take up some already made up umbongo, we will.
Oh, I love umbongo.
I
They
love
drink it in the
umbongo.
Congo.
I know. They drink it in a Benimar as well next weekend. Yeah, so there we go. We hope you have a great week. Nice little update there. Well, not really. It's not a nice update. It's quite depressing, really.
Oh, no, dear.
Do you know, today I got loads planned and I was doing all sorts. I was going to go out, ride my motorbike, do all that type of stuff, but it's turned into trying to find a leak and taking Pablo for a vaccination. See you next time.
Goodbye.